Yo, what is up, guys? Welcome back. Today, we have finally made it to Miami, boys. How we feel?
Feeling good, bro. Feeling good. Been a long-awaited trip. Finally made the trip. Yes, sir.
Made it out the group chat.
Finally made it out of the group chat. We've been talking about this for a year? Yeah. So we finally made it here. The view's pretty sick. Yeah. So we're excited to be here, and yeah, we've always wanted to do a podcast like in person. I mean, we used to do the Discord shit, so came a long way. So yeah, let's get into it. So I guess so. How are we liking Miami so far, boys?
Tough, bro. The experience is crazy. If you guys have never been in Miami, you guys need to fucking go. Cause, bro, look at this shit. Like, this shit's gonna fucking change your mindset, bro. Like, you guys need to go to Miami.
I think it's ass low key.
All right, bro, you tripping? Nah, Brickell's cool. Brickell's small. I will say, I mean, I've been coming to Miami my whole life, and I always like coming back here. It's kind of been like a second home for me, but I think it's it's a little overhyped, but at the same time, I definitely still think it's one of the best places in the U.S. And yeah, just the environment's crazy. I mean, bro, how many times?
Joel Tope, get off your phone.
How many times did we see like a Lambo, Ferrari, even just walking the Chipotle, bro?
Like a damn Nissan.
Yeah, that's literally like daily traffic, bro. So it's absolutely crazy. So, and I know this one's gonna have a field day once he sees the women.
I'm getting ready for the Latinas, bro. I'm getting ready.
You gonna spit game? You gonna spit game?
I'm gonna spit game.
He says he's gonna spit game, so he says. We'll see. But yeah, the food down here is good. Everything down here is great. So we're gonna have fun. But enough of just Miami. What are we up to, boys? Because I know it's been a minute. I know we went from agency to drop shipping. Where are we at now?
Info products, scaling info products. You know what I'm saying? We came out Miami. This is gonna be a good ass trip for mindset, but then also we gotta do some business down here as well. So it's gonna be a good ass week.
It's gonna have to be a good balance of having fun, making new experiences. That's part of traveling, but also really holding ourselves accountable and actually getting work done. And we always FaceTime each other every day, and it's kind of one of those things like, all right, bro, like wake up, get some shit done. But let's be real, sometimes we still don't. So it'll actually be good to keep each other accountable in person. And yeah, I think that'll be beneficial. Brady, what do you think?
Yeah, man, I think it'll be very beneficial.
It sounds like a guru, bro. Ben Veda, swipe up. Right, oh my god.
All right, well, let's touch on the topic. So I want to say, since you've been in Miami, right? I mean, actually, no, fuck that. Scratch that off. Since we're gonna be here for around a week, what is the thing that you're looking forward to most, like, out of this fucking trip?
I mean, I've been to Miami 1,000 times. I gotta say, it's just hanging out with y'all, bro. I mean, I think this is sick. I think it's pretty surreal because, like, you talk to each other every day, and it's like
talk to each other for 2 years straight.
Yeah, and you finally link up, so it's pretty tough. So I'd say that, but I mean, I think it's cool. Just try new things, and as you grow and mature, you kind of figure out what you like and don't like, and you get different vibes each time you come back to a place, and I think it's just kind of cool. Just live through life, experience it. I mean, I just came back from Germany. That was awesome. Now we're in Miami. So just go out, see the world, try new experiences, bro.
Yeah. And also, bro, like, so many people, especially in, like, online business, bro, they think you just got to fucking stay in your room and just fucking be an incel. Like, don't go out, don't network, no nothing. Like, right now, I bet you, even though we're not going to probably be doing, like, crazy-ass work like we would at home, but we're probably going to get so much actual work done just by being here and networking with people. So you guys got to step out your comfort zone and, you know what I'm saying, go do some shit.
Thanks. Ready?
Same shit, different day.
Facts.
Same shit.
Yeah. So you guys are both in info, right? Obviously, I'm on the sales side. So, Brady, talk to me a little bit. How about your journey's going?
Well, right now it's actually picking up a lot. A lot's been happening. A lot of good things have been happening. Connecting, meeting with a lot of people, getting new clients and all that. It was rocky for a while, for 5-6 months. Bunch of shitty clients, bad clients, no responses, outreach, whatever. And then about a couple months ago, I signed my first actual good client, decent, nothing crazy. We did about 12, 15K first month. Now that offer's kind of dying out, not going to lie, mainly because I'm focused on these other offers that are about to do very well. I got this big e-com guy, probably about to get a couple other clients from, knowing people, meeting people and all that. But yeah, it's been been picking up a lot more. Been making some money. Yeah, now we out here.
Yeah. How big would y'all say, growing a network, especially in the info space, is? How important is a strong set of connections?
Very fucking important, bro. Especially if you're just trying to get into it now. Outreach is fucking dead.
If you're trying to get into online business right now, don't get into info, bro. Become like an appointment setter, bro.
Wrong, God.
Don't.
If you have no experience, especially at all, info is the last thing you should fucking touch.
Cooked.
You guys need to start off as a setter, learn some skills, learn about the whole sales process. Then from there, you guys could try to go actually do some more shit. But
And I think the reasoning behind that is because
people who are actually would be good clients, they're not going to work with a nobody.
Yeah, but it's not only just that. Think about it this way too. In terms of your skill sets, right? In the info space, growth operator, whatever you want to call it, you have to have a pretty good toolbox of skills. And a lot of people think they could just walk in, they see YouTube videos about it. Oh, beginner-friendly business model. Bro, you have to learn sales. You have to learn outreach. You have to learn client management. You have to learn all these different things. And if you're just starting out, that's going to be really hard to manage at first. That is why, I started in the sales space. I went the agency route, and I sucked. Ask both of them. I sucked at sales. I couldn't even do a fucking cold call. Joel remembers. I literally we were doing cold calls that whole day for our agencies. Bro.
No call. This guy picks up the phone. I'm like, all right, this is the script you're going to follow. He picks up the phone. Nigga does not follow the script at all. And then he just hangs up the phone, bro. So it was definitely rocky, but this guy, if you guys want to learn sales, you guys need to go to this guy because he knows his stuff.
DM him sales on Instagram.
Yeah. And then buy my course, 5K. No, I'm kidding. I don't have one. But yeah, just DM me, please. Swipe up. But yeah, bro. It's important to learn these skills because once you're good at, let's say sales, for example, well, you kind of see the back end of things. And you did it. And I never really realized how much you see until you're actually a part of it. And once you see kind of how things work, you get a pretty good knowledge about things. And then from there, you keep layering. A lot of people think in the online space that you could just skip from here to here. That's not how it happens. And I know it looks like that. And I know the people that you see online, it looks exactly like that. I mean, your E-Man Gadget, your Jordan Welsh looks overnight. But in reality, it was day after day, getting better, layering different things. So what would you guys say is the most important part in being good in IPO? Because a lot of people are kind of switching out of the agency, the SMMA model, to growth operating. What's the most essential skill and why?
Actually understanding sales processes, because I've seen a lot of people, they try to set up the most stupidest funnels for people that don't even work. A funnel that would not work for somebody, you guys have to understand what the fuck funnel would actually work with the specific creator. So you guys actually need to understand sales processes, learn the back end shit, the front end offers, all that shit, and then you should be good.
Most important skill for info?
Yeah.
Bro. There's too many, bro.
If you had to pick one. Like what sets the majority of info owners compared to the rest?
I'd honestly say who you know.
Who you know?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've seen people who make a lot more money than people just because they know the right people and they don't know what they're doing.
Exactly. And the thing is, like, bro, you could have the best funnel. It is like you have the fucking best funnel, best process, everything. But if your creator is fucking shit, you're not gonna make any money, right? Compared to you have a really good ass creator that has that has a good ass audience. You fucking slap up a fucking 3K offer with the payment link, and niggas will buy that shit.
Yeah.
Right, bro.
So
exactly.
And what do you think in both of y'all's journeys so far? What has been the hardest thing to learn, and how did you overcome it?
I told you.
All right, guys. Sorry, it's a little windy up here.
Spider-Man.
Penthouse type shit. Yeah, good job, Spider Brady. All right. Yeah. So, what was the hardest obstacle that you had, and how'd you overcome it?
Hardest obstacle that I had. Not seeing any results, not getting any clients. And when I did get clients, they were either shit or I lost them like right away.
Yeah.
I overcame it, man. It's literally simple. You just keep doing it.
That's true.
Yeah.
Joel, what about you?
I'd say the same exact shit, just staying consistent, especially when you know you're putting in the work, but you're not getting the results you want. You guys just have to keep fucking doing it. Because at the end of the day, you got to realize that time is still going to pass, right? So if you do nothing about it, if you just kind of stay in the same spot and be a bitch, then you're not going to get anywhere. So you just got to keep fucking going, keep sending out outreach or do whatever the fuck. Figure out different ways and just keep pushing.
And I feel like it's on you if it doesn't work out, because everything works, bro. I mean, everything pretty much works. And I'm gonna be honest, I didn't make money in sales until after like 4 or 5 months. I got my first close.
I paid him 50
4
bucks.
or 5. Yeah, you fucking scammed, bro. But I didn't make money until 4 or 5 months. And dude, I worked my ass off for those months, and I didn't make anything. But guess what? I got better. I learned how to get better at outreach. I learned my tonality. I learned my frameworks. I learned objection handling. I learned all these things because I was putting in the time. And a lot of people think that just because they put in a little bit of work that they should yield the results right away. And unfortunately, it just doesn't work like that. You're going to put in time and you're going to be like, whoa, nothing happened. But then you got to realize, well, I got a little bit better. And then you do it again. Okay, well, I got a little bit better now. Then better, and better, and better. And boom, you'll get to a point where you look back and you're like, whoa, my progress is night and day, and now I'm at a really good point. And then once you get to there, that's when you see everybody start earning. So What would you guys recommend most people do if they want to get started nowadays with pretty much anything? It doesn't have to even be online business at this point.
Get started with anything. I mean, just go all in on it and learn everything you can. Start searching the freaking internet for everything you can.
Yeah, actually having like, like he just said, don't go into shit 50-50, bro. Like, actually, if you're going to go in some shit, go 100% all in, fucking burn the boats and dial the fuck in. Because if you're 50-50, you're going to start getting shiny object syndrome here. You're going to do this thing and do that thing, and you're never going to get the results. So
that's what we did for months, bro. We went for, I don't know about you, Brady, but me and Joel went from dropshipping agency.
I think every single entrepreneur has had that shit where they just go back and forth.
If you're 50-50, bro, you're a bitch.
Facts.
He told you. Okay, and what do you guys think is the most beginner-friendly business model for people to start nowadays? Appointment setting? I agree, because I mean I'm in the sales space and I'd say appointment setting,
bro.
It's not hard.
If you're out there, bro, and you're wanting to get into info, bro, do not do it.
Yeah, I'd say learn sales, see the back end processes first, and I think once you at least get decent with sales and you have a pretty good understanding and proof of concept of info, that's when you can start diving into it. But you know, a lot of people too, and I see this all the time, struggle with getting offers, and it's because outreach is cooked. Everybody has the exact same outreach method. It's, hey, bro, was wondering if you had any appointment setters left on your team. I would love to work for you. You're crushing it. I think your content's really amazing, and I hope I get to take you out on a date.
I don't know,
bro.
Bro, when y'all get like clients and shit, and you know, obviously you're in your creators' DMs and whatnot, you'll see all the damn outreach messages, bro. The bar is so low. It's so low, bro. You just have to be
original.
Normal.
Just gotta be a fucking normal human being. Like, you guys gotta realize, especially if you're reaching out to somebody who already has an offer, bro, they hate fucking being pitched to, right? So everybody's sending these like stupid ass DMs. I can guarantee you this. They have no fucking results.
I guarantee you $50K a month. Is it worth a conversation?
That shit is not gonna work.
But I want 50% after I build your school community.
That shit.
I will say Joel probably has had the most creative outreach I've learned. Brady's really good at copy. Joel's really good at outreach. So I'll ask them a couple questions each, so that way it benefits you guys. So we'll start with outreach just because that comes first. So Joel, what do you think is a creative way to go about outreach and really optimize, your effectiveness when it comes to, outreaching to these business owners?
Personalizing shit, right? Because like, especially when you're sending out outreach, I would say it's way better to focus on actually making a really good outreach, like whether that's a video, whatever the fuck it is, providing value, making sure that one thing you send is actually like personalized towards them, than sending like 50 DMs copy and paste. That shit's not gonna work, right? Like, for example, literally right now we're in Miami. By the end of this trip, I'm trying to sign a client as well, and I'm literally gonna be sending fucking videos to people, telling them I'm out here, trying to meet them in person. So you guys have to personalize shit, bro, else you're not gonna see results. So
100%, and because I can attest to that, because for me, I was copying and pasting messages pretty much all day. I would do 50 DMs a day when I was trying to get on my first sales offer, and it took me a month to land my first offer. And I remember copying and pasting so much, I accidentally sent, "Hey man, blah 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 blah" to a girl.
Wrong name.
To a girl.
Bro, I did that one time.
Yeah. She was like, "I'm not a man, but hey, at least I got her to respond to me." So be creative with it. And I think that's another big thing is people think that there's a set of rules that they have to play by. They think that there's a specific way they have to do things. Guys, don't overcomplicate it. There's no fucking rules. Nobody's telling you not to do this, not to do that. Like, you can pretty much do anything you want. Get creative with it. It's the same way you approach women. Like you'll see the dudes on TikTok and people will be, oh, their confidence is through the roof. And they just be saying anything. It's the same thing. Stand out. Don't be afraid to stand out because then they'll remember you. So, Joel, how did you get yourself to stand out apart from being really personable with the prospect or the potential business client?
I think the best way is just to have like social proof. Like for example, this guy's leaf followed by fucking Ben Bader. Like that's the infinite glitch, bro. But if you guys can show that you're actually like a credible person, you hang out with people that they know, they're most likely gonna actually want to like do some shit with you because they know that you actually know what you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? So building your network, what I probably say is one of the most important things, especially if you're trying to land clients.
Yeah, and don't be a degenerate, bro. Just be chill. Like everybody's a person at the end of the day. Don't like kiss people's ass. Like some people go, oh my god, look, it's this. Like, bro, they're doing their own thing and they're doing good. Like, let them be and be chill. I think Tristan Tate actually said it the best when he was like, well, you go up, you ask these people for pictures, you do this, that, and the third, and you just come off as a fan and they kind of sweep you under the rug. But if you just come off as a chill dude, you lead with some value, you ask for some value, and you just seem like a normal human being, you'll actually gain a lot more respect. And who knows where that respect leads? You might end up being friends with the dude. You might end up hanging out with him. He might connect you to one guy here that opens the door over there, and boom, now you're in a complete different environment. So I'd say really relax and just be chill. Like just talk to people, and yeah, don't be so selfish either of just like, oh, what can people do for me? What can people do for me? Think of also what you can do for other people. Because if you could get really good at helping other people, you will get rewarded heavily for that. So I think that's another big thing. Now, I think that was really helpful with outreach. Brady, talk to me a little bit about your copywriting. How did we get pretty good copy? Because I've read your shit, bro. You got some pretty good copy.
Man, it's just
talk more into the mic.
Honestly, hello. Honestly, bro, I've just always been a writer. Like my whole life, I've always wrote shit down. I've always, finished English papers in 10 minutes. I could sit here and say, oh, I read this book. I did this amount of practice a day. I kind of just like almost, I'm not going to say a natural, but I've always been writing and I've always preferred writing over shit. And, it's, you just gotta, getting good at it is literally just writing, bro. Don't fucking, yeah, you can read some books, bro, but just go write shit. Go, write, journal every morning, bro. Like, just go on your computer. I have a freaking email list, bro. I'll just be writing to that shit for, no reason, bro, about random shit.
That shit's kind of fun, too.
Right, bro.
It's actually fun.
Bro, I'll literally sit down. I actually enjoy that shit, though. Like, I'll sit down and write emails for no reason. Like, not even to people. I've scripted out VSLs just for the fun of it, bro.
Yeah, and I think you said a key thing there. You have to find fun in what you're doing because, let's be real, a lot of times in business, we sit back and we're like, I don't want to do this. Yeah. And the only way you get through it and get through it smoothly is if you find satisfaction and fun in it. It's just one of those things you have to find the love and passion for whatever you're doing. And I get it. Sometimes people preach practicality over passion, and that makes sense at times. But at some point, I think you're going to have to at least love some sort of aspect of what you're doing, or else you're just going to get stuck in a rabbit hole of just hating this and that, and then it's not going to go anywhere. So,
and as far as copywriting goes, just go join some people's newsletters, whatever, especially mine. But
go join.
But go just join somebody's newsletter, bro. Just read what they do. Just study a bunch of different copy, bro, and you'll start to get a hang of it. You'll start to understand when to say what. Start looking at people's headlines, whatever, landing pages, VSLs, whatever the hell. And you'll just start getting the hang of it, bro. There's no secret weapons. Obviously, there's frameworks and shit that you probably should know, But I mean, I don't follow frameworks, bro. I just like literally write what I think, and it turns out good. You know what I'm
I
saying?
think it's just the practice of, being articulate and just really conveying the message that you want to and the type of impact that you want to leave on people.
Right.
And so I think the best way that you go about that is you start first, not so much with the word choice, but the impact that you want your words to have. So what type of emotion are you trying to create? And then from there, you're going to utilize a specific vocabulary that's
Know who
going
you're
to
talking to.
use that. So yeah, that's another thing. How important would you guys say, especially in info, is knowing your audience? Because I can't tell you how much time and time again I'll see people, they're selling the people and like nobody's interested. So how important is it to understand your audience, and how do you go about that?
I mean, you can't sell to your audience if you don't know who the hell you're selling to. Like, yeah, that don't even make sense. Like, and I mean, to go about it, obviously, market research or whatever. I mean, there's multiple ways. If you have a client, you can get on calls with people in his audience and ask them certain questions. You can go to comment sections of people's videos or people in that niche.
Yeah.
Look at what the problems are, and then just go to their profiles too. Like, look at who the hell they are. Are they fucking white, Mexican? Are they 12? Are they 20? Like, bro, are they retarded?
Yeah, but the thing is, like, especially every single problem that if you guys are, trying to scale the info product business, and there's a certain problem you have, maybe it's with your offer, every single problem you have is going to be solved with your audience, right? So, like, maybe the delivery's bad, hop on calls, ask them questions, what are they struggling with? What do they need help with? Stuff like that, and that's going to help you make the product better.
And they're going to be problems that you would have never thought of.
Exactly.
So,
yeah. But, yeah.
Next topic, sir.
Yeah, I think that's really important though, because like, bro, it's just even on some of the offers I was on. I mean, bro, it's like people can have a bunch of views, and actually, this is what we're struggling on with right now with one of our offers, Brady, is there's a big audience, but it's kind of hard to monetize it. And, fulfilling is another big factor as well, and most people kind of neglect that. So, how important would you say it is, not only from a fulfillment standpoint, but yeah, just in general?
I mean, it's more important than anything. How you gonna have an education company, whatever, with no
that shit's literally a fucking scam, bro.
Literally. Like, bro, and that's just like why you have to find the right clients. Like the client I just signed, bro, first of all, he's really good at what he does, and he's a really good coach. Like, he's had students that have made millions of dollars.
And he likes doing it.
Yeah. And, like, he's been doing it for a while, and he knows what the hell he's doing. So, I mean, yeah, I mean, when you're reaching out to people, like, you also don't just want to, like, because something I used to struggle with is I'd say I want a certain amount of outreaches a day, and then I would just outreach just for the sake of hitting that number. Like, I wouldn't pay attention to who's who, what I'm saying, who I'm reaching out to. I would just send a message and then mark another outreach off. I mean, that's retarded, bro. Like, just send, like, bro, if you send 5 really good looms a day to really good creators compared to 100 DMs to random people, like, when you send the looms, you'll get way better results. And yeah, maybe with 100 DMs, you might get clients, but the clients are going to be terrible.
Yeah, I think that's a really good tip, and I know Joel learned that as well with quality over quantity, because he didn't land his first client until he had started sending the looms and stuff, right? Yeah, I mean, so what a first client. But
divorce mothers out there.
You guys, that's an amazing niche. I always recommend. Fucking work with divorced mother coaches, bro.
Very emotional based though, so make sure the sales reps that you hire are good at that. I mean, both of my offers are fitness, so I mean, fitness isn't bad, but yeah, but I mean, there's 1,000 e-com offers, so you just got to make sure it's a good e-com offer.
Boys out there, boys and girls, I got an e-com guy right now, bro. Biggest thing I'm focusing on is separating from the other.
Yeah, because there's a million out there, and yeah, it's tough because a lot of e-com brands are going down. A lot of them are de-escalating. My first offer I was on, which you guys already know which one it is. I'm not gonna say it, but no, no. But it's kind of gone downhill. A lot of it's gone downhill. So what? No, that wasn't my first offer. It was my Amazon FBA offer. Yeah, but he's not. Whatever. Anyways, look. Point being, they've lost almost all of their sales reps. They're not making the same amount of money that they were, and you have to ask yourself, okay, well, why is that? And most of the time, something goes wrong in your pipeline. Something goes wrong with your sales team. Something goes wrong somewhere, right? And in business, the biggest thing that you have to do is be able to adapt to problems that are happening. So, all right, what would you say, Brady, is the yeah he's probably got to go take a dump, bro. But what would you say is the most important, or how would you say you solve majority of your problems? Is it
Numbers. Numbers,
there you go.
bro. I can't, bro. The biggest problems I've ever solved in the info product, bro, comes from running the numbers because maybe, for example, one time for one of my clients, our show rate went down 11% in 1 week, and so I was like, all right, and I could see that because I tracked every single thing, and from there I was like, all right, this happened. Why do I think it happened? How do I think I can fix it? And then I tested it out and it worked. And that simple problem was just something in the sales process that my closers weren't doing.
I don't know why you're looking at me, bro. I feel like my EODs. Get out of here. Yeah, Joel, how would you say you go about solving majority of your problems?
Which type of problems?
Like in business in general.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like there's a lot of, like, as for me, example, like I'm just the type of person that just fucking hits my fucking head on a brick wall until that shit breaks. So like, if there's a problem, bro, I'm just
What, your head or the wall?
my head on the fucking wall, my head on the fucking wall. But if there's a problem, bro, I'm just gonna try to figure out, other angles I could take. Especially having a network like that is important. Like, as for example, Brady's in info, so there's a problem that he has, and then maybe he's struggling with it. He'll ask me questions on it, or if there's something I want to answer.
Or if it's sales related, then you can all bounce off each other, and I think that's what's crucial to have. And I think we can even go down the rabbit hole of school, but I think school really teaches you to be isolated and always working by yourself. And then once you especially dive into an entrepreneurship journey, you feel more alone than ever, and you kind of feel scared and embarrassed to ask for help. And yeah, I think it's a massive step to actually take that leap of faith forward, meet those people, and have those connections, because it's really about having a team. Yes, you're doing the stuff yourself, but you're also my bad. But you're also but you're also doing it with other people around you. Let's network. Join the telly.
Network. Join the fucking telly, bro.
Oh jeez. Now, we're also at an age, we're all 18, and we're all done with high school. These two bums are in college. I graduated high school early. I actually still should be in high school. You go to University of Louisville. I don't want to hear
Man, you like exposing me?
it. Yeah, guys, pull up to Louisville. Go hunt him. And Joel.
My shit, so.
I know his address. His address in Colorado was 126 Circuit Court.
Nope.
You said
I said it though, yeah, because I'm getting a fake ID and I put it on there. I live in Tampa, yeah. So what? But how much would you guys say life has changed since leaving school? Because I know me graduating early is a massive difference.
The mindset shift is insane, bro. Like, you're probably gonna say the same shit because I know you told me you also went to a fucking like high school party. Don't ever do that shit. Once you guys graduate, bro, don't ever fucking go back to any high school parties, nothing like that, bro. Like, don't ever.
Don't go back. I mean, I went back for a football game just because it was both my old high schools, and I saw a couple people. That was it. I don't go past that, bro. You want to be done, but yeah, Brady. What about you? Like, how much different has things been since?
Bro, I mean, recently, bro, like in the past like 2 weeks, bro, things have actually really changed. I'm meeting a lot more people. I have a lot more opportunities on my plate. A lot more opportunities coming to me, and I'm making a lot more money. And it's just continuing to change. Like, we fucking out here in Marbella, in Miami.
Bro, get out of here.
But yeah, and also, bro, especially like you guys all see us right here, bro. Like, we literally met each other while we were on our fucking journeys. Like, bro, if you guys are just starting out, you guys probably like there's nobody around you fucking believes in what you're doing. Everybody's telling you that shit's not gonna work. You fucking feel like you're a bum because they're trying to do some crazy ass shit. But you just gotta stay consistent, bro, because eventually you're gonna find those like-minded individuals. You're gonna find that actual friend group, and then fucking travel to fucking Miami.
I went back and read our conversations.
I forgot how I met Joel. How did we meet? Trayvon. We met through Trayvon.
Exactly what happened.
Yeah, we had a mutual.
I was trying to network with people. I literally was trying to network with people, and I was like, all right, bro, I need to try to find some people to network with because I had like nobody that was trying to do the same shit I did. So I knew one person that did some sort of business, and I guess I was like, yo, I'm gonna post on my story to try to see if there's any entrepreneurs on my fucking Snapchat. I don't even know how that was gonna work, but he posted on his story. So many people joined the group chat. 90% of them were fucking retarded. They never even typed. But me and him just started talking, and then we got each other's numbers, and then we just fucking chopped it up, and now we're here.
And it's crazy because all right, bro. And it's crazy because the mutual that we have, he was on my For You page, and we started like just DMing on like TikTok DMs, which nobody does.
Bro, the power of fucking communities for actually like networking with people is insane.
Like, bro, look, this all happened because of social media.
Now I know Jay Diddy. Shout out to you because of my community.
Jay Diddy, bro. When we see Jay Diddy, bro, it's gonna be nice.
Yo, Jackson, we're coming for you, buddy. Oh man, he's also an IPO. He's a G. Growth operating. Sorry.
IPO's only for sales
Scaling.
You guys were in Eddie Cumberbatch's Growth Operating Academy, so
We're pyramid schemers. We sell courses for a living, bro.
we are pyramid schemers. Yeah, shit.
I think talk about the economic state of the world.
We can. We're cooked. The U.S. is cooked. Speaking of the U.S., the election is going to be in 3 days. Yeah, the 5th. Today's the 2nd.
Vote Trump. Vote fucking Trump.
I voted for Kamala. Guys, I think it just comes down to just look at the policies. I get it. Trump might not be the most likable person in the world, but 0 new wars under him. The best economy we've had almost ever.
Listen, bro. Long story short, if you're trying to actually make fucking money, vote Trump.
The president, whoever's president, doesn't mean you can't make money because people make money with when President Biden was here, when Trump was there, when Obama was there, when Kanye was there. Doesn't fucking matter who's president. Make more money.
Stop being fucking broke. Make more money. Simple.
Now, don't get me wrong. Having higher interest rates makes it harder to borrow money. Obviously, having a worse president in charge makes things a hell of a lot harder. But you can't let external factors affect you that much. Like, bro, I just got started with crypto the other day, and
$5.
I'm up right now. Real shit. Game is game, boy. But look, point being, I heard people say you'll hear people say, "Oh, I'm not gonna get started until Trump wins or Kamala wins or blah, 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 blah." Bro, who cares? Who actually cares? Just get started, bro. Just start.
It's just a fucking excuse, bro. Like you could, bro. If you really want it, you're gonna figure out a way to fucking make shit happen, bro. You don't. All these other shit that you're telling you is because of this reason, this reason, this reason. All that shit is fucking cap, bro. All you need to do is figure out what the fuck you need to do and do it. That's it.
And it's crazy how much like things change. Like it feels like a lot of work and it feels like you're going to be doing it for a lifetime, but in reality, you only have to do this right once and you're going to be set up for life. And you know, a lot of people are scared of that initially, and I know we all were at some point. And it's a lot can change in 6 months, dude. I fucking traveled to Germany. I'm in Miami. I'm gonna be going to different places this year. Still, I still have a bunch of other places to go to. So traveling's awesome. Network's awesome. Look at this. We're in Miami now, and things are starting to turn around. And there's that momentum that you need, and it's the consistency and the discipline that you have to build. So, how do you guys go about building discipline? Because I'd say discipline and consistency are the hardest things to master, and business isn't even as much of a skill thing as it is a mental thing. I believe it's 10 times harder mentally than it is skillfully. And how would you go about conquering the mental aspect in business?
Yeah, and just like, bro, just start with the small shit, bro. Like, keep your room clean. Stop doing that. And just, bro, just stay consistent with the small little shit, because once you get that down, you're gonna stack up the little W's, and then eventually you're gonna be able to actually do the big shit, and it's gonna be easier. So
Consistency compounds, and that's what's going to create that momentum. And it also goes both ways. If you have a negative habit and then you do it again, let's say you slip in the drinking, you're going out to party, okay, or you're hooking up with just pointless girls, like you just keep cycling, and bro, it's going to take you down the wrong path. So you have to think, is the habit that I'm doing benefiting me in some way, shape, or form, or is it negatively affecting me? And I think the best book to read, I know almost everybody has read it, but Atomic Habits, I think that's actually been a really good book for building those principles.
My school made us read that.
Really? Wow, W indoctrination camp. Very rare W.
the only book I've seen that's like even like somewhat helpful in my school was fucking in shitty ass finance class. They had like Rich Dad Poor Dad.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn, what was the book that... There was one book that we had. Oh, it was called Grit, like The Power of Grit. And it was like a mental aspect thing, but that was the only one that I've seen. I think the school systems nowadays are only getting worse, and I'm actually glad we're out of school. Well, I mean, y'all kids aren't, but
Bro, I have fucking I have a 30%, not even 30, 20% in that shit.
Anybody's watching this?
Yeah, I got it.
Bro.
I'm sorry, but I can't. I'm gonna do the same shit, bro.
It's like 0%. I have like an 11%.
I straight zeros.
academic weapon.
Straight fucking zeros, but guess what? Snapchat and a cutout, that shit about to be all A's. Type shit. You know what's crazy though? I feel like every single entrepreneur that like actually like is like the ones that are actually successful are the people that like did not do anything in school, always found the little cheat codes, other little fucking workarounds. Because like, especially if you even fucking correlate that to outreach, bro, you can't do shit by the fucking book. Like the people that are just trying to like, they join a program, they tell them, okay, this is what you need to do. They do it, they do the outreach, and it doesn't work, and then they fucking get mad and they call it a scam. Like if you have no creativity, no nothing, you're not gonna make it, bro.
Yeah, people think it has to work exactly one way. Like, what's the exact method? But it's not like that. And I know Joel just kind of was like, oh, it's the people who didn't really do well in school who make it out the best. I was a tryhard in school. I graduated with a 4.
Were you really a tryhard though, or was it just easy?
I was a both, but I grinded it out, and it was also hard because I was taking college classes as soon as I walked into high school. I was even taking advanced programs in middle school. I graduated with a 4.1, and I had earned scholarships, and I just threw it all away. So I grinded in school, and I think that kind of correlated over, but I also hated school for the past like 2-3 years because I started to wake up and realize like why the school system is so flawed. And we've talked about this many times before. I mean, we could go down that path a little bit, of why the school system is so flawed. And I genuinely just think it starts with just the overall reasoning behind it. I mean, Rockefeller started the school systems to create employees, and it's been like that ever since. These skills and methods that they teach you isn't so much that you grow individually as a person. Yes, you're going to grow if you apply yourself to it, but you're not going to go to the full abilities that you can because you're not exactly on your own, but yet at the same time you're really isolated. Talk about what you guys think is wrong with the school system in specific.
It shuts your brain down. Like, especially for me, like all throughout high school, bro, I went to that shit completely with my brain turned off. I would literally just go to class, open up the textbook, not even read anything in it, shut it, and then just consistently look at my phone to see what time I was going to leave. And like the same shit applies to the workforce. Like you go into the workforce, people don't even fucking like care about what they're doing. They're just doing the same exact shit over and over and over. And your brain, like the creative part of your brain just shuts down. So I definitely say like, especially in entrepreneurship, bro, like actually like you actually find fulfillment from creating shit and actually just making your own lane, and you can actually enjoy what you're doing.
And I will say, I think it's good that it teaches you perseverance because there's a lot of times it's like, oh, I really don't want to do this assignment. You're tired, and you just do it anyway. I think that teaches you some good things. I'm not hating on it completely. There's a lot of things that you are going to learn. You're going to learn a lot of things. You're going to have to learn your time management. You're going to have to learn to talk to other people as well. But where school draws the line is, I think, the control aspect. You have to raise your hand and to go to the bathroom. You're pretty much scheduled to go from class to class, the same way back in the day they'd have you scheduled to go from workstation to workstation to workstation, or even in today's jobs, there's some jobs still like that. So I think it's just a lot of conditioning, and I mean I think while it teaches you some good things, it also over time instills a lot of what's the word? Yeah, just I'd say conditioning and just indoctrination. You kind of become automatic. You kind of sort of turn into this robot, and that's why, especially here in the U.S., everybody's almost like a workaholic. Half the people are either lazy or they're working their absolute ass off, and they're still not where they want to be. And that is why the 1% is so desired because they've kind of found a way through it. So, Joel, what were you going to say about?
I think the thing with school is you only really get out of it what you actually want to get out of it. Because like there are some lessons that you can take out of school, but for me personally, I just didn't want to because I just fucking hated that shit. But like there are some lessons like he said, time management, deadlines, but like even in entrepreneurship, you have to have deadlines on yourself. If you don't have specific time schedules for you to wake up, get this done, have an actual schedule system, you're not going to get shit done. You're not going to keep yourself accountable, right? So like I'd probably say like the scheduling part of school, like maybe like 7 to this time. Like literally what I'm doing now is I'm literally just taking this school system scheduling and just trying to apply it to business. So I think that's maybe a good aspect of it, but like he said, the controlling part is fucking horrible.
And even just the shit they're putting in books nowadays, bro. The type of material that they're teaching these kids, crazy. And now you kind of wonder. I mean, I'm big into history. I don't know about you guys, but you read old history books now, and now you wonder what's really true, because we see our government lying in front of us. We see these news outlets. We see all the noise happening, and it's just garbage. And now you think, well, the winners write history, and now you read these old textbooks, and you're like, that's not exactly true. And there's some things I want to say, but I'm not going to get into that because that's. But, I think that kind of dives into the biggest topic, and that's just question. Just ask questions. Really explore for yourself. Don't believe everything you're told. And yeah, how vital would you say it is to explore truth, not only in the world but just within yourself as well?
Explore truth.
Yeah.
Not only in the world but in yourself as well. What do you mean?
I'd probably say it's important to be true with yourself, especially like if you have big ass goals. Like for example, let's say we could use it for like info, right? You're not sending the outreaches you need to be sending. You're not doing the work you need to do every single day, or maybe in the gym, you're not showing up to the gym every single day. If you're not actually staying true to yourself, if you're not actually like saying, okay, shit, I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing, turn that shit around, you're not going to get to where you want to be at. So keeping yourself actually accountable and actually telling yourself the truth is going to be important.
And Brady, what I meant by that is like, a lot of people will, clown us kind of for like the whole conspiracy theorist kind of thing. And, we won't get into all that, today. But what I mean by finding truth in the world is doing your own research on things, not believing, what you're told. And then when I say truth within yourself, it's kind of that internal peace, knowing that what you know is different than what you've been told. And you actually know that it's right. And don't get me wrong, you can, be subject to change opinions and whatnot. And that's the purpose of life, is to experience different things and change perspectives on things. But, how do you go about, finding that truth, like I said, within the world and internalizing that peace within yourself as well?
Just you take people's different perspectives, see like and then form your own perspective from other people's perspectives, and like what you actually think is right, shit like that. And then going out and doing stuff, and then you'll figure out kind of what. I mean, like for example, business like it's not for everybody, and maybe you go try business and nothing's working and it just sucks for you. Then you can go away saying, if you actually like give it your all and it's just like not working out, then maybe it's just not for you. You can walk away saying, okay, I gave it my all and maybe it's just not what I'm supposed to do. And I feel like that, yeah, that might suck, but like in a way that has a power to it of truth, like you're talking about. Truth to yourself, like, okay, maybe this is what I'm supposed to do. Maybe you go try something else. Maybe that leads you back to business. So it's just, like that.
You live and you learn. And I think what Brady said about getting different perspectives, I think the best way you do about that is just travel the world, bro. Like, I kid you not, I just went to Europe for the first time, and I know I've talked about it 1,000 times, but I can't stress it enough. Cultures are different, quality of life is different, morals are different, standards are different, respect is different. The way people operate is just different, and you don't really realize these things until you see it. And unfortunately, I think the biggest problem with the U.S. is they make it sound like, oh well, the U.S. has it the best, and everybody else has this problem, this, that, and the third, and then you go to these places and you're like, that's not true. You see it for yourself, and so that's why it circles back to the point. Question what you're told and go see it for yourself and have your own judgment. I think that's the biggest thing these days is everybody expects judgment based on what everybody else is telling them. What's cool, what's not cool, what to believe, what not to believe. Just see it for yourself, bro. Live and you learn. And I mean, Joel, I know it's huge to go from middle of Pennsylvania, to a big city out here. And I know you guys haven't been super far yet around the world, but obviously we're gonna go on a lot of dope ass vacations in the future. Um, like how
Next.
but
in the club, Marbella.
how big of a difference do you even feel just within yourself to just change your environment up? Because that's as Brady was saying, the change your perspective.
Especially like for example, like he just said, like where I actually live is in the middle of fucking nowhere in Pennsylvania. There's nothing like this anywhere. But especially if you're trying to get an entrepreneurship, bro, and you're at the point where you're just starting out and nobody kind of believes in it, you yourself are probably even questioning yourself, saying, "Can I even make this shit happen? Like, is this shit genuinely actually going to work out?" Just traveling like this, coming in environments where you actually see people doing what you're trying to do is going to be fucking huge for you.
And not only just open your eyes, open your mind. Don't be so confined into these boundaries of what people have told you and what you've been conditioned and the limiting beliefs that you have. Have an open perspective. Go in with a learner's mindset. If you go in thinking you're hot shit, you know everything, life is going to slap you right back in the face and humble you real quick. So go in with an open perspective. Get ready to learn new things. Dude, when I went to Germany, I learned so much. And like I said, the people operate completely different. Everybody there's so much more respectful. Here, everybody feels like, they're stepping on each other to earn the dollar. And, it's just, everything's different. So open your eyes, open your perspective, have a learner's mindset. And I think that's one of the also biggest things in business is being able to adapt and, be able to learn new things, because you know a lot more than me in some areas. I know a lot more in some areas, and you know more in some areas. And there's a bunch of different things, but, you have to learn. And so how do you go about learning, right? When you talk to people, well, how do you go about, strategizing or extracting information from people, from books, from
Like from people, from books and stuff. It's just in terms of books, you don't need to read that shit front to back. Just take the most information. But in terms of people, if you go up to people trying to get information out of them, they're gonna bitch. Yeah. Like
Facts.
I've learned so much just from being like cool with people.
Around people, being a likable person. Because like the thing is, if you're a likable person, people will just genuinely give you information because they like you, right? But if you're just trying to come at people and just trying to take stuff from them, they're gonna have this kind of like self-defense kind of system where they don't want to give you shit. So yeah, just like you said, be a likable person, be around people, and you're gonna get it.
Especially somebody that's like worth having information from. If if you're just like a leech and you just like, bro, they're already like way higher than you. Why would they want to even like talk to you if you're just gonna like leech off them and try to get information out of them? Like, they're like people like that. The people worth having information from, they don't want to talk to a bunch of people. They don't want to be cool with a bunch of people because they know like people are out there just being friends with people just for information, or just for like the benefit of knowing you.
Yeah. And even one of my boys that lives out here in Miami, I met him when I kind of got into sales, and we were hanging out, and he's awesome, dude. He makes like $20K a month and whatever, and he's killing it. And so I was hanging out with him, and yeah, we were both living in Tampa at the time. I mean, I still live there, but he's here now, and so I was kind of like, bro, like, I don't mean this in a weird way, but like, why are you hanging out with me? Because like obviously like I'm not on your level. I didn't word it like that, but like I asked that in a way, and because I was genuinely curious, and because it's one of those things. It's like he's in a position where it feels like almost everybody's kissing his ass, trying to leech off of him and be the taker. And he's like, well, one of the things that I've learned is anybody can provide value to you. In the future, you might help me in some way, shape, or form. So I'm not going to treat anybody with disrespect just because I make more than them. I'm going to treat everybody with the same level of respect. I mean, as long as you respect me, then, I'll treat you with the same level. But the reason being is, so not only does he kind of teach, and you actually learn more when you teach people things, because you learn how to articulate your thoughts and express that to other people, and that actually develops more of an understanding within your own mind. But not only that, it also feels good. Yeah, you get the dopamine rush, whatever. But um, as my friend was saying to me, he's like, I might learn something from you in the future. So I'm not gonna, be ignorant and arrogant. And I think that's another really big thing, and that's also why I respect him. But I think that's another really big thing is people's egos. How much would you say egos get in the way of people's dreams, relationships, anything in general?
A whole lot, bro. If you have an ego, you're gonna miss so many opportunities. Yeah. Opportunities that are right in your face. Your ego is just like
Yeah, actually, a great book to read about egos is "Ego is the Enemy" by Ryan Holiday. That's an amazing book. It just kind of talks about how, like, of course, like your ego is going to limit you, and even like if you're working in a service-based business, right? Talking to people, being a likable person is really important. If you're trying to reach out to someone with an ego, just don't even fucking work with them, to be honest, bro.
People, clients with egos, bro.
Don't do it. Don't fucking do it, bro. But yeah, no, definitely having an ego will fucking kill your dreams. Especially, bro, if you don't have any fucking results, why the fuck do you have an ego? Because some people really think that they're better than what they actually are. So, like, I feel like you need to go to a place that fucking humbles you, because then you're gonna realize, oh shit, I'm not doing shit.
I think that's what's kind of cool about Miami is because like you can have, and I was telling this to Brady because when we first pulled up, I was like, dude, that dude had a Lambo, that dude had a Ferrari, that dude had a McLaren. And it's like there's always bigger fish in the sea. You could be at $500 a month, 1K a month, 5K a month, 10K a month. There's always going to be somebody bigger, and don't think of it so much as I'm trying to chase the next guy because then you're just keeping up with the Joneses. Be proud of your progress. There's nothing wrong with feeling confident in the things you've achieved. There's nothing wrong with being able to not boast about the things you've done, but there's nothing wrong with expressing the things that you've achieved. And but you have to be humble about it. And I think honestly one of the best things that will keep you in check with that is having some sort of morals and really diving into spirituality. Us three, and me especially, I'm a big believer in Jesus Christ. I'm a believer in Christianity, and for me, that's what I think really helps my spirituality. And the world is cool, the material things are cool, but at the end of the day, the most important thing is our spirit, our souls, and eternal life. And so I want you guys to both talk about, because obviously I want this platform, I want to utilize this platform not only to just talk about business, just talk about mindset, just talk about all these things, not only improve in the world but also improve in your soul, your spirit, because without that you're just going to be another one of these degenerates out here. So how important has spirituality been for you in your life?
Really fucking important, bro. Really important for me, especially like when I first started entrepreneurship, and I kind of told my parents like what I wanted to do. Like, they didn't believe in me, and that shit sucked. Especially knowing your parents don't fucking believe in you at all, because you have this vision, you really want to do this shit, but they don't believe in you, right? And I would literally just pray to God, be like, God, like, just really like help me like find people that have the same beliefs as me, and people that I can kind of network with. And bro, look, a year later, and I'm literally hanging out with people that have the same exact minds as me. And sometimes you don't even realize that you're in the middle of what you prayed for. Yeah. Sometimes you gotta just take a step back and be like, holy shit, this is exactly what I'm asking for, and it's actually fucking happening. But yeah, having a spiritual relationship with God is definitely gonna be really important, because you can make all the money in the world, but if you don't have that like spiritual connection with something, then you're just gonna always feel like you're lacking something. So
I feel like a lot of people mistake having a relationship with God with just like asking God for everything. Like you can't just. Most times when I pray, I don't ask. I just thank God for things, because a lot of great things have been happening in my life. I just thank Him for that, and then also, sometimes like some bad shit will happen. Rough times. I pray to Him for comfort and help. Um, I mean, there's this quote in the Bible, and I don't remember the exact quote, but it talks about along the lines of like you'll be praying to God and you'll be asking Him for things, and He'll put it right in front of you. But if you're not in the present moment, if you're not like paying attention to your life like right now, then you're gonna miss it. And that could be so many opportunities. Like I said, I forgot exactly how it went, but God will give you opportunities. He'll put shit right in front of you, and if you're not there to grab hold of it,
That's on
you're
you.
just gonna miss it.
Yeah, 100% agree. And I think one of the toughest things with, and it's not one of the things. It's not like we're forcing you to be Christians. It's not, each to their own. Like, I get it. People have different backgrounds. They have different beliefs. You can have,
Yeah. Bro, we're at
yeah. There's a Lambo, but point being, you need to have some sort of beliefs. I've never been a fan of the atheist mindset, in the sense that, I get it. I get the fact that it's like us humans are really powerful. Like, we're capable of so many things, but you have to think something had to have created us. Something had to have created this world. Something had to have created this solar system. Everything. And I think that just gives you a humble mindset about things. I think it really puts into perspective, like, kind of where you are. Like, we're not that special. I mean, we're just other people. There's 8 billion other people on the planet, so all that matters is your own relationship with the Creator. Because think about it this way, bro: how many people die on a daily basis, and how many of those people are remembered? Only by their family members and friends, yeah. But the rest of the world doesn't know. The world just keeps going on, and so many people get so caught up in this world. And I think the biggest thing is really tie down your spirituality. And I'm not forcing you to go down the Christian route. And I think one of the other biggest problems within Christianity, though, is people get so fixated on following the religion, they don't focus on the relationship. And I think the relationship is what's more important than just doing this, 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 this. It's not a checklist. It's not a checklist. It's not that you're showing up to church every Sunday. It's not that you're doing this, that, and the third. It's just, bro, it's your relationship. That's it. At the end of the day. And so the best way I recommend to you is actually going to church, though, for the community sense. Reading the Bible every single day. You could start with a devotional in the morning, and then you could, study scripture later in the day and talk to other people about it. Because again, all of us can read a piece of scripture. We can interpret it in a little bit of a different way. And the best way you learn overall different perspectives, as Brady was talking about a minute ago, is you talk with other people about it. And so that's what you're going to do. And that's why I'm actually a big fan of going to church. I'm not a crazy fan of going to the big, massive churches that are too commercialized, and they focus on just getting donations the whole time for, like, this, that, and the, like,
No community with it at all.
yeah, focus on a really wholesome and, like, genuine church. If you find one of those, I think you'll be in a really good spot. I think the environment and people that you'll have around you will also elevate you in your faith as well.
The
So
thing is about, especially even just like reading the Bible, bro, you realize that there's so much game in the actual Bible. Like, you can even apply it to business, bro. There's so much lessons in there. You just have to, game is game, like you said.
game is game.
You're not gonna know if you don't read it, right? So sometimes, bro, like, pick up your Bible, read something, and that shit might even help your business. So yeah.
You never know. You never know. So spirituality is great, and I think one of the other things that is also important as well is reflection. I know we could talk about mindset, we could talk about everything else, but at the end of the day, too, you have to be reflecting on your journey. And this goes for everything we've talked about so far: beliefs, business, mindset, spirituality. You have to be reflecting on your past events. So, how do you guys each go about reflecting on, the goals that you set, the goals that you hit, the goals that you missed, the everything? Your fitness, your business.
Turn your phone off, bro. Like literally turn your phone off and actually sit with yourself and sit with your thoughts. Because I feel like so much time, especially now, everybody's on social media and everybody's just glued to their phones. Like literally, you sometimes just literally just have to fucking throw your phone, lay the fuck down, and be like, all right, am I doing what I need to do? Don't don't fucking fall asleep. But am I doing what I need to do? Am I actually being true with myself? Am I putting in the work every single day? And if you are, then the results are gonna come. But then if you're not, it's not. It's not gonna come. So
And we're all guilty of it.
Being true to yourself, because you'll probably do it more than you think. I have to lie to yourself, and you be like, oh, why? Maybe it's like you didn't do a certain amount. You didn't go to the gym, or maybe you went to the gym but you didn't finish every workout. You're like, oh well, I had to do this. Oh, I had to do that.
It's really just cope. Yeah. And the best coach that you're gonna have is yourself, and you really got to be able to take that criticism not only from yourself, but even if you have a group of guys around you that are giving you constructive criticism. Like I can't tell you how many times I've gotten on Brady and Joel's ass. I can't tell you how many times they've gotten on my ass. But it's the level of accountability that you have to have, and it's okay to expose yourself and be like, hey, because for a while, when I was trying to land my first offer, I was doing 50 DMs a day, but I wasn't doing it every single day. I should have been, but I wasn't. And so I remember Joel would keep me accountable and be like, hey, bro, did you do your 50 today? I would sometimes I'd create an excuse, and sometimes I would just straight up just be like, no, yeah, totally. All right, sorry for that. What were we saying though? Yeah, having that level of accountability though is gonna take you far, just because So, like I said, sometimes you're gonna have to be your own coach, and you're gonna have to tell the truth to yourself. That's kind of what we were talking about earlier. So, and don't be afraid to face the truth. And a lot of people will sometimes just be like, "Oh yeah, I guess I didn't do it. Whoopsie daisy. I'll do it tomorrow." And then it just same thing over and over and over again. Next thing you know, it's 5 years gone, 10 years gone, and it's too late.
it all stems down to like, why are you actually doing it? Like, because if you don't have a big enough why, or maybe even urgency behind what you're doing, then you're gonna just slack off because you're not really gonna care. You're not gonna have any repercussion when you don't do what you need to do. So yeah, if your why isn't big enough, if you're doing it for the wrong reasons, then you're not gonna see results.
Because like when I went to see David Goggins in like May in Orlando, he said that the biggest thing, it comes down to how bad do you want it, and that's when you look at David Goggins' journey, you can visually see how bad he wanted it, and the question you have to ask yourself is, how bad do you really want it? Because you may not have the best situation growing up. You might have had a pretty comfortable situation growing up, but you really have to establish, what kind of goals you have, and what happens if you don't get there, and then what happens when you do get there. And that'll give you a sense of perspective of a level of urgency that you actually need to. If you're complete broke, you live on the streets, you have no money, you're poor, you're eating you're eating leftover scraps on the ground. You're poor. You're gonna have a bigger motivation to get out of that situation because it sucks. And there's a better correlation to having a rough situation and more success than people who have been more comfortable, because they haven't really experienced enough pain, and pain is so big. So how would you guys say pain has affected you in not only just business, but as a person in general?
Pain gives you tolerance. It builds you as a person.
Facts, bro. Yeah, I definitely say the more pain the more pain you get, the more you realize that you can actually take a lot more stuff than you think you can take. Pause though. But yeah, like then you start getting a tolerance for stuff, and then stuff just so you realize that some people can't genuinely go through what you go through. Like, cause bro, like for example, like if a lot of you guys I know, bro, if you were sending outreaches for 6 months straight, not landing a fucking client, not seeing any results,
Skill issue.
A lot of people would fucking quit just off of that. So yeah, if you don't have a good pain tolerance and just actually being able to fucking persevere through shit, then you're gonna be cooked.
I think Tate said it best. You have to suffer. There's no light without dark, and you should actually ask for the pain because that's what gives it more value. Value is linked to difficulty, and nobody just turns up with the 6-pack Lamborghini. No, the reason you people are wowed by it is because it took work. It has value. Now, obviously, price is a lot higher than the average car, but it also still shows like, hey, you got to work hard for this shit, bro. And the best thing is, we only got to do this right once. And once you do it, you'll gain so much knowledge and wisdom. You could do it over again if you fail and reset. But you're also set for the rest of your life. So, with the forward perspective, what are you really looking forward in the future? Like, where do you want to be? Like, what would you want your future situation to look like? Is there a certain place you want to live in? Is there a certain thing you want to be doing? Like, how does your future picture look? Or get off TikTok. This kid's on TikTok, bro. See, this is what I'm talking about. Get off your phone. He was telling y'all 5 minutes ago, throw your phone away. Yeah, look at this guy. Jesus. All right, but go ahead. Like, what do you want your future to look like? Anything. What do you just future?
Just free. I mean, I'm not gonna say successful, but getting results, seeing and continuing with what I'm doing, and continuing to work hard and spreading a message of truth and whatever it is, and just impacting people's lives, and just connecting with more people and connecting on a deeper level. Just having a good time, bro. If you hate your life, bro, you're making $1 billion if you hate your life, bro. Like, it's so bad. I'd rather make like $100K a year than $1 billion a year and be depressed. Yeah.
And what about you, Joel? What do you want your future to look like?
I'd probably say, of course, like a good circle, right? Like, for example, how we are right now, a good circle, good people around you. I know for me, like, bro, back in like my hometown, when I first started getting the business, bro, the people I was hanging around with, like my friends, those are not my fucking friends. Bro, exactly. So your circle is so fucking important, bro, and it's just like, it's actually like crazy. Now we actually have people that we actually genuinely fuck with and we can call fucking friends that actually understand us. So yeah, I would probably just say, bro, you guys need to keep going, because if you guys don't keep going, you're not going to have the opportunity to find those people. So,
the big thing is, bro, we don't even talk about business that much.
bro,
Like, we do, but like, I think it's actually easier, and I think I said this to somebody the other day. I think it's easier to meet people in business and become friends with them than it is to make friends with people and then go to business with them.
That's bad, bro. I've done that, and it's just like, I feel like if you're friends with somebody for a long time, just on some like friendship shit, and then you get into business with them, I feel like you're like doing business together. That shit'll hurt y'all's relationship.
Yeah, I agree, and it's harder to find a common ground. Like, your interests are a little different. Business, well, we already all like the same shit. We all do the same thing, and then you become friends out of it, and then I think it creates a stronger bond in general. Excuse the Lamborghinis, guys. No, that's just a bike. But yeah, and I definitely think that that's very important and very crucial to have those things. So, but I guess I'll do my turn. My future, and for me, I mean, don't get me wrong. I've grown up in the U.S. the whole time, but after going to Europe, I really could see myself over there. So, but ideally, it's travel the world, bro. Gain different perspectives, meet new cultures, meet new people. Have a really good circle around you. Be financially free, and have a strong family, a good relationship. I think kids would be awesome, and being able to teach your kids, the things that you learned growing up and suffered through as a man. And I think being man is one of the hardest things nowadays, especially considering you look around and all these men are going soft. Yes, bro. All these men are gone soft. So we don't have as many masculine men anymore. And so, the question is, how much are you going to step up? And I always think, like, what do I want my kid to think about me? Do I want him to be like, oh, I wish I had a better dad? Or do I want my kid to think, damn, I have the best dad in the world? He would take a bullet for me, and he went through this, that, and the third, and I aspire to be like him. And that's what you have to really ask yourself. And so, I think that gives you a good goal and actually a really good purpose as well, because you're also not just living for yourself, you're also living for others, and you're passing it on. And so, I'd say that's what my future would be. And also, yeah, serving the Lord and just, we only get life once, bro. We only get life once. Enjoy it while we're here. It's a short time, and 75 years can feel like a long time when you're here, but in the blink of an eye, years just done. So I'd say that's okay. Let's chill with the staffing now. I'd say yeah, that's what I aspire for towards the future. But I mentioned in there that I do want to live in Europe. Where do you guys ultimately want to see yourself living? It doesn't have to be permanently, but is there a dream spot? Sicily.
Where?
Sicily in Italy. He
shit.
said Sicily.
Nah.
Yeah, Joel is Liberian, so.
I still have never actually traveled to Africa, even though my whole family's from there. I don't have a fucking passport yet, so I need to get that. Yeah, no.
Like an American one? Wow.
Okay.
This guy.
I'm cooked, bro. But yeah, no, I definitely want to travel. I mean, I could say like I want to live somewhere, but who fucking knows? In the next 5 years, that shit could change.
Oh, absolutely.
Depending on. Yeah. So like, honestly, I just want to keep traveling and, like Jaden said earlier, meet different cultures. See where that shit takes me. So.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, like I said, I grew up, born and raised in Colorado. It's changed a lot since then, not for the better. So, I mean, I've lived in Florida for 10 years now, and I love Miami the most out of Florida by far. It's not even close. But ultimately, I've told them like live in Miami maybe for like a year or two and then get out. And I kind of want to talk about this a little bit. The problems with Miami, and I think the biggest thing is it's kind of its own rat race. I think it's its own rat race. I mean, I think it's actually better to ask this question to Joel because you're more of an outsider. I guess I've grown up with Miami more, so it's a little bit different for me to give an answer. What would you say, like, to you are the pros and cons of Miami?
The pros are definitely you always feel uncomfortable, right? Because there's always somebody doing better than you. So like you might think you're balling, but then there's somebody fucking like outworking your ass every day. So it's always gonna force you to level up. Not just because they're trying to chase like the other person, but like genuinely because if there's people doing better than you, how can you know that they're doing better than you, not try to actually like do better for yourself? So then you're just a bitch. But yeah, so I definitely say for that it's good. Cons, I would say maybe it can be distracting at times because of course like you walk out and you see 10 big booty Latinas and you just want to go crazy. But yeah, I mean it can be distracting at times. There's some people that come here with their business are succeeding and then they just kind of get trapped into the Miami life, going clubbing every single fucking day, waste all their money, and then they just become degenerates. So that can also be a con. But I think Miami is just what you make it because there's some people here that are fucking dialed in. They don't even go out. They don't party. They do none of that. They just sit down, do their work, network with people, and that's it. And there's other people that are just degenerates. So I'd probably just say it's just what you make it.
Yeah. Very valid. I pretty much got the same answer. Yeah. Okay.
Pros of the Lamborghinis, cons of
What? Pros because it's good to look at Lambos and hear them, but cons is because you don't have one yet. So
because you're gonna see a Lambo and think that when you get a Lambo, you're gonna be happy.
that's true. Why do you think the world fantasizes so much over materialistic things, and why do you think that?
Because of the status it can bring.
Same opinion. I got the same opinion.
I mean, especially if you kind of look at everything we do, everything is status based.
Especially in the U.S.
Why do you post what you do on your story? Because you want people to perceive you higher, right? If you didn't care, you wouldn't post about it. You wouldn't post where you're going. But to be honest, we all care. We all care about what people think about us, right? So, like, yeah, I'd probably say status is definitely huge.
And Brady, I kind of want to ask you, why specifically do you feel like you wouldn't be happy when you get a Lamborghini? Because it's it's one of those things. It's like you'll be happy, you'll be proud of yourself. Hey, I worked my ass off for it, but over time, it's not going to bring you, that lifelong satisfaction. It's not really going to make you happy in the long run. So, but why is that?
It's just because you're gonna get there and then realize that Like you thought this was like the big moment, and then you're there, and it's just like
Yeah.
It's cool.
yeah, this is nice. I can drive around with my loud ass fucking car.
But you get used to it, and then eventually it
It's like,
kind of.
what's this? I mean, it's like is this like it? Is this everything? Like,
It's not.
and that's where you just need to. Hey,
Speaking of Lambo, though, I don't know if y'all can hear that, but that was clean.
I might just have to change my answer.
But I think you'll be happy, like you'll be proud of yourself. But in the long run, it's not going to bring you lifelong happiness. You can't be dependent upon it. Um, Not saying that they're not cool. Not saying don't get one. Obviously, get one. Strive for one. It's awesome. You'll be proud of yourself. I'm just saying don't depend your happiness upon materialistic things. And as I mentioned earlier, believe in spirituality. You'll gain your happiness and peace from that. But yeah, the less you are like the world, I think the better off you'll be. Um, and yeah, I think that's just kind of one of the struggles with the states is I just don't see it getting any better. I love America, bro. This is my country. This is my home. I fucking love it. I still defend this place. Like just as I mentioned earlier, getting outside perspectives and really actually being able to compare um, really shows you your situation. And the biggest thing though is you can't let comparison be the thief of your joy. And I'm not talking about traveling anymore. I'm talking about in terms of your growth and your progress. Because I know we've done it thousands of times. Oh, that dude's making 10, 20K a month, and I'm not. Like, what the hell am I doing? So, how much of an impact would you say comparisons had on you? Both in a negative and positive way, I guess.
I mean, comparison can be good just because, like, if you're not somewhere you want to be at and you see someone doing what you want to do, of course that can motivate you. But it can also be bad for you because when you see somebody doing what you want to do and you kind of just look down on yourself, and that can put you in a downward spiral. So yeah, I think it could probably be a good thing and a bad thing. You just kind of have to have a balance to where like, okay, shit, like this, I'm actually using this as motivation, or just I'm genuinely just kind of like jealous or like type thing. So
Brady, what do you think?
I agree. Same thing. It's just respectful.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. And now I want to talk about one other thing, and that is distractions. I think it's kind of a little annoying that everybody in the space preaches, don't watch sports, don't use socials, don't do this, don't do that. And I get it. Those things can be distractions and they can completely take your life away, but how important is balance to you guys with doing things that you enjoy? Like, it may not even be productive. It's just you can sit down and watch a movie if you really like it, and it's kind of an off like a thing that you do in your off time. How important is a balance, like a work life balance to you?
I think it depends on the person. Because if you're
I think your mic died a long time ago, buddy. Here.
shit, hey guys, how you doing?
All right, we'll just pass that around like a blunt.
Facts. What the fuck was I saying? Depends on the person. Um, I just forgot what we were talking
We
about.
were talking about comparison.
Okay. Yeah, I mean,
Distractions. Like
oh
balance,
yeah, yeah,
work-life balance.
yeah. I mean, it depends. Like for some, like I know some people who work like 16 hours a day and they're fine. But like, if that's not something that you can handle, then obviously, yeah, go to a movie, go smoke a joint. No, I'm playing. I don't know, go do something. But I mean, with some people work every second of their life, and that's what they love, and that's what and they can handle that, and that's just. I mean, it just depends on who you are.
yeah, I would probably say if you're first starting out, to be honest, I mean, like you said, it does depend on the person, but genuinely, I think you should be working more than you're fucking enjoying yourself in the beginning, especially because if you have nothing fucking accomplished, then why the fuck are you partying? Why are you going out hanging with your bum ass friends when you know you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing? So yeah, you have to have those periods of time where you, of course, like you can work, 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 work. Like that's how I see it: is work, 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 and then kind of have that period where you're kind of just doing something else, bro, that's going out and networking or just kind of having fun and relaxing. But then once you're done with that, go back to just working. So that's what I'd say.
Yeah, I agree 100%. And I think a lot of people, when they get into this whole thing, they're kind of like, oh, well, I want to work-life balance immediately. I see all people doing it. Bro, it took them years to get to that point. So don't think that you're just going to walk in and then get there straight away. Expect to work harder than you actually will. And I guarantee you'll find it easier. And then when you get to that point where you can have more of a work-life balance, where you can, travel all the time, do this, do that. Like,
that's because, bro, their shit is automated. Like, their business are automated. They have people doing stuff for them. So that's why they have that work-life balance. But if you're in the start and you're actually trying to scale it up, bro, you're not even going to have fucking time to have a work-life balance. Like, you're the guy running the company. You're doing everything. You're fucking doing the sales. You're doing the fulfillment. You're doing everything. So, like, you're not even going to have time for that shit.
And automation is key. And the way you go about automation is delegation. And you'll hear a bunch of successful people talk about that over and over and over again. And unfortunately, we're not at that point yet. But, it's good to have that kind of future insight. And, you'll learn how to delegate. And one of the things that you will look for is, how can you trust these people if they're actually getting the work done, fulfilling, all of that. But don't be so fixated on that right away. Don't focus on the end result. Focus on the process and getting better every single day. So that's how we would go about that. But let's wrap this thing up, guys. Any last suggestions? Anything you'd like to finish off with?
I want some chili, bro.
Fat ass. He said chili. This boy said chili.
I want fucking Chipotle, bro. Y'all went to fucking Chipotle with that.
We went to Chipotle without this bomb, but I don't know why, but the Chipotle here is way better than in Tampa. I don't know what they put in that thing. It was good. All right, Brady's out.
All right, y'all. Well, you guys stay scheming. Follow me on all socials. Joel Tope. You know what I'm saying? Biggest schemer alive. But,
all right, I'll close out. Y'all have fun. All right, we'll smoke the cigars now, whatever. But yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed that podcast. It was great to have Brady and Joel on. I will put both of their Instagrams both down in the description below. And yeah, I really hope you guys learned something, and I hope you found it just as entertaining as well. But the biggest thing is to implement these things, right? You can hear it and be like, "Ooh, that's really good, but we have to implement these things, right? If we want to get better, we have to take action on the knowledge that we learn. And yeah, get better every single day. Stay consistent, stay disciplined, love the people around you, surround yourself with good people. And yeah, just get better every single day. So appreciate you guys watching. Gonna be dropping a vlog in Miami as well, probably. So excited for that. And look at this dude. but as always, thank you guys for watching. Hit the subscribe button, leave a like and a comment down below. Follow for more. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.